Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello friends, I'm Kevin Lopez from Personal Tutor. We have been providing you expertise guidance over various topics in English literature, other subjects for CBSE, NCERT syllabus, my friends. We have completed the snapshots, Hornbill, various books in 12th standard, 11th standard, 10th standard, 9th standard and 8th standard. We also have been providing you expertised topics on various grammar that are covered in the examinations, like reading comprehension, editing, submissions and all. You can find it in our playlists, my friends. Today in the series I'm going to read out and explain to you a poem by Shirley Bauer from 7th standard CBSE English book called Honeycomb. The beautiful poem is headed as Trees. This poem shows the connect between the mankind and the fauna, the floras and the faunas that is surrounding the environment, and that creates a biome. My friends, here it's about the floral things, the flora, that is the tree and the plant lives that go ahead and become a part of our society at times. It has been depicted in the poem with beautiful quadrants. I'll be reading the quadrants for you and giving you a brief explanation, so that would make your learning a bit more easier today. So it starts as: trees are for birds, trees are for children, trees are to make tree houses in, trees are to swings on, trees are for the winds to blow through, trees are to hide behind in hide and seek, trees are to have parties under. Now, it starts as trees are for birds, trees are for children, trees are to make tree houses in. Trees. It's usually the place where we learnt in childhood that the birds live in. They make their nests, they lay their eggs, they grow the children, the chicks, and thus the life continues. Children usually use trees to build tree houses, to play around, to be in the shed, and all such things, my friends. Trees are to swings on. That means every one of us, for sure, has gone ahead and once in our lives had a swing on a tree, my friends. That is a beautiful experience. The aura that is generated, the pendulum that we create, is simply splendid and marvelous. Trees are for winds to blow through, trees are to hide behind in hide and seek. Now trees are to wind blow through. Now see, it happens, my friends, that usually trees sway around in the wind, thus giving it more momentum. On a bright sunny day, it seems lovelier than nothing else to stand in the shade of a tree and enjoy the cool breeze that falls through it. The hot air seems to be passing through the tree and coming in as a cool breeze, thus making it a natural air conditioner. That is what happens. In the childhood times, as I remember, we used to play the game of hide and seek. We used to hide behind the trunks of the trees, the fat stem, and that was a lovely genre that we enjoyed during the childhood, my friends. You would have been doing it now as well, because in standard 7th, I bet you still have that childish touch inside you, that beautiful innocence, my friends. Trees are to have tea parties under. Trees are for kites to get caught in. Not just children, but adults, the elders of a family, usually set up a table and a few chairs below the shade of the tree just to have some evening tea that provides us some solace and a jolly good time. So that's what the elders enjoy too. It's also said over here, trees are for kites to get caught in. Numerous of times we have seen during the kite festivals and various celebrations done in India, we have seen quite a number of kites getting stuck in the trees, my friends, and the effortless, futile efforts put in by kids to get them out cannot just do that because they get tangled in, my friends. Trees are to make cool shade in summer. Trees are to make no shade in winter. As I said, during the summers, the trees provide us cool and light breeze, my friends. That is the most beautiful things that trees do. On the contrary, here, the poet explains that trees are to make no shade in winter. Because in the winters, it's already cold and cool. During these times, trees are not giving out. Nobody likes to go ahead and get themselves shivering under the tree because the trees are usually famous to provide the cool aura below the shadows. Trees are for apples to grow on and pears. Trees are to chop down and call timber. Now, my friends, it's usually the trees that provide us various fruits. Now, the poet is here talking about exactly the apple tree and the pear tree. My friends, the apple tree and the pear tree are not so big. These trees are well within the reach of students like you, of the age group of yours, my friends. So here the poet has clearly mentioned the less heighted trees such as apple and pear. On the other hand, the wood industry totally relies on trees, my friends. It is the woodcutters usually who go ahead and when the tree falls down, shout out in a loud voice, that is timber. So that's what they go ahead and proclaim, that they have got some wood for the usage. You may see the uses of wood anywhere and everywhere in our daily life. May it be the desk you're sitting on right now, may it be the chair in your school, may it be the ruler that your teacher punishes you with. Now, trees make mothers say, what a lovely picture to paint. Usually, when a child starts making a scenery, it is the elders that instill the idea of keeping in a tree specifically in the scenery, my friends. It is the elders who deliberately go ahead and ask us to build a tree form so that it justifies the beauty of the scenery, my friends. And trees make fathers say, what a lot of leaves to rake this fall. Usually it's the fathers who have to go ahead and clean the house, my friends, and the courtyard. So there are so many leaves that usually fall down during the spring, during the fall, or the summers as we call them in India. This is what usually makes it a funny explanation of the trees. But dads, it's the contrast. Can you see that? The mummies find them so beautiful so that they can be added in the sceneries, while the fathers find them a tedious task to do when the leaves are shed and the cleaning happens. Let's have a look at a few question and answers so you'll come to know a bit more about this poem. What are the games or human activities which uses trees or in which trees also participate? Now, the question here clearly depicts the participation of the tree as if they themselves are living beings, my friend. So, the games that we used to play is usually the swing, is usually the hide and seek, is the thief and the police, and n number of games, my friends. And the tea parties that we have usually below them, making them part of the parties, and enjoying the cool shades in the summer. Question number 2 here is, trees are to make no shade in winter. What does this mean? And contrast this line with the line immediately before it. Trees are to make no shade in winter. That means that during the winters it is already cold and it's already chilly. People are shivering at times. So nobody would like to go ahead and have a shade under the tree. Rather than, the line clearly before this depicts that the trees are the ones who are famous to give out shade during the summers. Now, the summers are scorching hot at times, my friend. Try going out somewhere in the school ground of yours and playing in the scorching heat of the sun, my friends, and then rest yourself for some time under a tree. You'll find the pleasure that I'm talking about. So this was an explanation of a beautiful short poem for beautiful students like you by Shirley Bauer. We at Personal Tutors have been putting in more efforts to make the sessions interesting for you. Check out the previous videos of ours by subscribing to our channel. We have been receiving overwhelming response and replies. Please do so that we may go ahead and reply you with your names in. If you want to know something about Personal Tutors, just go ahead and press the button about us. You'll get to know all the information. We have been receiving responses about the syllabus, and we have been giving prompt replies to them. If you want the syllabus, we can provide it online. We also provide the data in pen drives, my friends. So this is Kevin Lopez signing off today from Personal Tutor. See you soon again.